Kelsey Jackson is the race director for the TransAmerican Motorcycle Endurance Run, and it's coming right through town like a freight train, only cooler. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I am also well. I'm excited to come to the Cape.
I know. These are two of my favorite things, motorcycles and Transams. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's so exciting with the 100-year-old bikes. I can't wait to come across the bridge. Some of the guys have been there before, but this will be my first time.
Oh, it's a lovely little city. We just have so much fun here. So, a lot of these tours come through our area, so the word must have gotten out that we're an awesome place to come through because we're so welcoming.
Yes, that is it. So far, my experience with the Cape has been awesome, and there have been other antique motorcycle endurance runs that have come through there, and everybody had a great time, so we knew we had to come back through because it's beautiful and the hospitality is just wonderful.
Yeah, we've got so many places for people to stay if they want to hang out. We've got food of everything you can think of. It's going to be great. So when you come in, 100-year-old motorcycles, are we talking like old Harley Davidson Indian motorcycles and everything you can think of?
Yeah, so we have Harleys, we have Indians, we have Hendersons. Some Hendersons, aren't made anymore like Harleys and Indians are still being made.
Uh-huh.
We have a 1910 Thor, which is actually the oldest bike that we have.
Wow.
And we have an Ace, which is also a 4-cylinder bike like the Hendersons.
That's amazing. And these guys, how do they find parts? They must have to make them.
Some of them have to be made for sure, especially for the Harleys. They get a lot of their parts through another company that I'm part of. So we make the parts for them, and then they put them on their bikes, and it's history from there.
It's crazy. And these motorcycles almost look more like bicycles, some of them, because they're so old. They look like the new electric bikes, to be honest.
They do. They do. They have pedals, like that's how they start them. And then if they're going up hills, they'll have to pedal them, a pedal assist to get them up the hills.
It's so funny and yet cool and like what everything old is new again, It's awesome. But if they're going transcontinental or TransAmerican, they're going a long way. Yeah,
if the course is going to be just under 4,000 miles, it's going to take us about 16 days. So it is a long time, and these guys have to be in shape because they have to pedal and they have to go up hills, and it's a physical challenge too.
Ooh, they're going to be saddle sore, man. That's going to be rough. All right,
that's
so
for sure.
Is it just old motorcycles, or do you have some exciting cars too?
It is just motorcycles.
Okay. I thought we had Transams coming too. I was going to pee myself. I was like, I want to see a T-top Transam like Smokey and the Bandit. All right.
I wish.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? They'd at least be able to sit. All right. So these guys why are they doing this?
A lot of them like to challenge themselves. People do it for all kinds of different reasons. Some of them really like to challenge themselves, and they ride these old bikes, which are insanely hard to do. Some of them have the newer bikes, like the 1925s, and they're there to challenge themselves too.
The newer ones, 1925. That's great.
But they love hanging out with their friends and the camaraderie with everyone. They really like hanging out and showing their bikes off in towns like the Cape, and everybody coming up and asking questions. It's just, they love it.
I have so many questions. But please don't touch their bikes unless, they give you permission, because people sometimes just are not, they're just not, they're uncouth. That's what they are. So don't touch people's things. All right. So how do you guys decide where you're going to stop?
So my husband and our partner went through the country, and he kind of had a route mapped out. And they drive through and they know, okay, from this mile to this mile, we need to find a city that is neat and that's going to be welcoming. So as they drive through the cities, they kind of check them out. And obviously we had already heard of the Cape to begin with for this one. Mm-hmm. So
because we have so many of these caravans come through.
Yes, yeah, and being right on the Mississippi, it's just such a cool spot.
Mm-hmm. And so historical. We've got so many famous people from this area, and it's just gosh, it's great. So how long are you going to be in town?
It's just overnight, so I expect the riders will probably show up on the 8th. They'll start showing up around, I would say 3 and 4 p.m.
Okay.
No, they're not going to come all together. It's the 1910s aren't going to get there with the 4-cylinder bikes.
They're going to get here 4 days later.
yeah. So they'll get there, a few hours later or whatever, and kind of just go from there.
Okay, that's awesome. And then you're all going to congregate at the Hudson lot, the John Boardman Pavilion that's by this big Sandy furniture store. It's right by the river wall.
Yep, right there. And I know that there's been other runs that go through that exact same spot, so that's right where we're going to.
Okay. And then can people come through and talk to the bikers and, be chat, or do the bikers want to be left alone after being in the weather all that time?
Oh, no, they absolutely love talking to people. So they want people to come through and ask them questions and check out their bikes. These bikes are amazing that they're going this far. So, of course, they want to show them off. I want to show them off. So, yeah, I want people to come out and see.
Yeah, I want you to bring your children. And I know the kids are going to say, that looks like the electric bike. Because, we've gotten so lazy now, our bikes are electric. We can't even pedal anymore. So this is like, it's like looking in a window to history. It's just so good for kids to know that all of the really cool crotch rockets, or Widowmakers I like to call them, and all of the really neat three-wheelers and all that stuff, it all started with these old bikes.
Yep. Yeah, and it's interesting for kids to see for sure, too. And we want families to come out and see the bikes because you're exactly right. It's a window into the past. Yeah,
I don't think you're going to have any problem with people coming out unless it's raining. What happens if it does rain? What are you going to do?
The riders, as long as it's not like hurricane force winds, the riders are going to be riding and they have to come to that finish line. So we will be there no matter what.
Yeah. So are you guys literally in a competition, or is this just for fun?
It is a competition. The oldest bike wins. So it's not about speed, but it's about making all the miles. So time doesn't matter, but all the miles do.
That's amazing. And then what do they get?
We have a very large cup trophy, and they get bragging rights. They get to be number 1 on the next ride in 2027.
Ooh. So you don't do this every year?
No, it's every other.
Okay. Yeah, because whose butt could take that? I couldn't do it every year. Take them a whole year to get rid of their hemorrhoids. Okay, so, we've had sunny and like 80s all week long, all the way through Memorial Day. I really hope it holds out.
Me too.
Because the weather's been absolutely perfect here for the last 5 days. It's been great. So,
that would be wonderful.
Yeah, let's hope for that. But you are kind of pulling straws here on weather when it comes to Missouri in the summer close to fall.
Yep, that's for sure. I know it could hit, 85 or it could be, 65, 60.
You just don't know. Roll the dice. All right, so when the guys are here, obviously they have to stay somewhere and they got to eat. So, I'm sure they have mapped out what Cape Girardeau has to offer and they've figured out what they want to try, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. And I know the city is helping us out in that way, too, because these guys, they're short on time. So they'll probably quickly get their food and they'll want to be working on their bikes because who knows what happens during the day. They might have to rebuild their engine.
Yeah, well, if they're anything like the new Harleys, they travel with a toolbox. It's because they rumble. They rumble and they roll. That's not a slam on Harleys, by the way. I had one and I just had a wrench for any bolt that came loose when I was going over 100 miles. So it's just a fact.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
It's just a fact, yeah. I had a Honda Rebel 250 for a while, too, that I used to ride to work and back when I was in television. I always showed up with helmet head. It was great. All right, so fun. These guys will be coming in on their bikes round about 3 o'clock on September 8th. Are they taking a certain route so people can kind of sit out on their chairs and watch them come in?
They are. I don't know it offhand. they are coming in over that really cool bridge that you guys have in town, because that was a can't miss
Yeah.
monument there.
The Bill
And
Emerson
then-
Memorial Bridge. So they're coming in from Illinois.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so they're not going to be coming down Broadway off the interstate, folks. They're coming in from Route 3 in Illinois, or 147, whatever it is, whichever way they're coming from, south or north. But they're coming across the bridge from East Cape, Illinois. So they're going to go directly over the bridge into the pavilion. So if you want to see a parade of them, you're probably not going to be able to do that unless you're sitting on the bridge, which I don't even think you're allowed to do. But you will see them in the pavilion, though.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything locally where, like, we get to choose our favorite bike or anything like that?
We don't. We don't, unfortunately.
You should do that.
I know, that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. Have us do a people's choice, and that person wins, free dinner or something. I don't know. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a great idea.
But this is literally a rolling museum. You guys don't miss it. It's coming in on September the 8th. I'm keeping this news release because that's a Monday, and the kids are going to be in school. So as soon as they get out of school, we're going to rock and roll down to the pavilion so that we can check out the motorcycles. And I already know my 9-year-old grandson is going to be so much less interested than I am. And so I'm going to be bugging about the motorcycles. He's going to be like, no, it's hot outside. I can already hear it. But this is cool because it's good for our economy. It's good for the people who come through who might want to come vacation here later on with their families because they loved it.
Mm-hmm. And we do have people coming in to see the bikers specifically. So, we're excited about that and bringing that to your community.
Yep. People come from all over the area to see this. Are you stopping anywhere? Where's your stop before you come here?
Branson.
Holy moly. Branson's on the other side of Missouri, so why are you coming over the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Columbia. Branson's after you. Columbia, Tennessee is before you.
Okay, I was going to say,
Excuse me,
you're
yes.
coming backwards and then going over the bridge? Okay.
My fault.
Yeah, I had a total brain fart there. I was like, how's that going to work? Okay.
Yep, so did I.
All right, so every 2 years you do this. Do you ever hit the same place twice?
We might, and especially with the Cape, being where it is and how great of a town it is, I can't definitely rule it out. I'm sure we'll stop back at some point.
Yeah, because some people might not be able to be there, so make sure if you go, somebody take lots of pictures so you can show the rest of your family. It's going to be awesome. Well, Kelsey Jackson is the race director. She's put her foot in the pudding on this one, trying to get this whole thing set up. Are you riding too, or are you just kind of rolling along?
I unfortunately am not. I have to run out before all the bikes, so I will just be driving.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this time.
Well, do you lead them like a motorcade or no?
Nope. I will just be out ahead of them and, setting up in front of them.
Okay. She'll be here at the Hudson Lot in the John Board Pavilion. It'll be happening September 8th between 3 and 7. They'll be there with their bikes so you can check them all out. And what a blast. So much fun for people who want to show off their bikes who might or might not be retired. I know that they're going to be tired. That much I can tell you. But thanks for coming to our town. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay, bye.